From spare tire to washboard, from snowy peaks in glistering sun to dark and lush valleys. Let me take you on the eventful journey that was my progressive 2024. 2024 has been extremely busy, but mostly good. There's been ups and there's been downs, and let me take you through the most important of them. Well, let me start by saying I lost about 30 pounds. That is about 14 kilograms, and that just feels amazing. I had too much excess weight to carry, and it just slowed me down, and now I just feel great. A lot of my time during this year has been devoted to recording and producing music videos. I've done 6 of them, and I didn't have a lot of experience in this field, so I have learned a lot. And all the 6 of them are from my progressive rock opera Crossfade, which I was going to release then later on in the fall of 2024. So I pushed all these videos out before that to kind of raise the interest for my music, and it has been working, and it was great fun and a great learning experience. And the 6 videos are Joseph's Dream, Odd Times, I'm All to Blame, I Am Me, That Man Isn't Me, and the intro. And they're all pretty watchable, so if you like my music and you want to see us, the musicians, play them, so please go and watch them. They're pretty enjoyable. And I didn't just make music videos, I had put out 18 full-size videos on YouTube this year, which is a bit less than usual, but I was so extremely busy with all the work with Crossfade, my progressive rock opera, so didn't have time to make more of them. But 18 in total I pushed out in 2024. One of those videos, the music videos that I put out, was the video for That Man Isn't Me, and that was a huge production for me. We rented this huge place called the Coal House, and I had this was the only video that I made with a live band, live so to speak, because it's a video and it's all playback, but you get what I mean. And the coordination with all the people and all the equipment with the light rig and smoke machines and the amazing coal house, and everything was just huge, but it was great fun, and we had a fantastic day when we recorded this, and it was just, the camaraderie was fantastic, and you should really watch it, because I think it shines through how much fun we had and how much love there was. So that was that. The number one thing that happened during 2024 was the release of my progressive rock opera Crossfade. It was released both on all major streaming platforms and on a physical CD. And it was a big thing for me, because I built it up with all these music videos. That was one thing, but also I wrote this piece almost 40 years ago. In my early 20s I wrote this. Do not calculate how old I am today, don't do that, but it was almost 40 years ago. And 40 years back almost, I wrote it and we made a demo of it, and then I left it because I didn't have the strength to go on with it. I kind of left music altogether because we fell out of love with each other a little bit. I didn't want to work with commercial music, and I just wanted to do something else with my life, and I did, and I invested in education, and I earned my PhD, and I built my family, and I raised our kids, and I've been happy. Of course, I played a little bit during this time, but not like a musician that plays all the time. But then, when our kids grew up and we moved back to Sweden, we lived in the States for a while, I wanted to play again, of course. I had all this time in my life and I wanted to do something with it, and I am a musician, and I started playing again. And one of the things I started doing was recording this piece again, like 40 years later. And so it is very special to me to be able to record it professionally and make it justice. So the release has been a big thing for me, and also to promote myself as a progressive rock artist. So that is the major bullet on my list, the thing that I'm most proud of, and that means the most to me. So what happened when I released Crossfade? Only good things happened. And first of all, I've seen a lot of streams, tens of thousands of streams, like on Spotify and Bandcamp and all the streaming platforms, and on YouTube, all the music videos. And it's been really great because I didn't have any progressive rock music before this that I put out, that I released. I released other things, other genres, but this is the first progressive stuff that has come from me. So people don't really know me from my progressive work, and this has been like my coming out party a little bit, and it's been great. And I've got some great reviews of Crossfade, and lots of prog radio, and some interview, and nominations for like best track and best album and winner of track of the week on the Prog Magazine's website in July. And I'm also happy to see my album Crossfade appearing in lists when fans of progressive rock music list their like top albums from 2024. I see my album Crossfade is appearing on these lists here and there, and it just makes me really happy. I promised some peaks but also some valleys. The most of the things that happen has been great, and some of the things has been not so great, but it doesn't bother me really. It's more like a fun thing. So let me tell you things that wasn't so great. I had this idea to start a totally new video series. I call it Melancholy Melodies, and it's a series where I take a classic prog track. It could be anything. It could be Genesis or Peter Gabriel or what have you, and I take that track and I do with it whatever I feel like, and it's gonna be weird. I knew this from the start. It's gonna be weird, and it's me by the grand piano, just making my own thing of this song, songs that I love, and it's gonna be completely different from the originals. And when I had this idea that I wanted to play live, it's live. I needed to practice a lot because I can't really play the piano that well. And I made this, and I think it's really cool, and I learned a lot from this. And I made a version of Carpet Crawlers and Red Rain, Peter Gabriel, and Afterglow by Genesis, and some other ones that I haven't published yet. And I really like them. And they're not perfect. I make small mistakes here and there, but they're live performances, and I really enjoyed that. But it was a long time ago I made this, and I knew, because these are classics. If you take a classic prog track and do whatever weird thing you want to do with it, some people are gonna see red. They're gonna hate on you, and they're gonna tell you that you suck and that you should start bowling or something else because music is not your thing. I knew this was going to happen, and I got so much love from these videos. A lot of people have commented and gave me like, this was great, I really enjoyed this. And then of course I got one or two really angry guys, they're always guys, never girls, who told me that basically I should go and shoot myself. And when I got those comments, it was like, I was happy because I knew that they were about to happen. And I also was happy that I was 60 years old. What if I got those comments when I was 20? I would have gone like, because you're so sensitive when you're 20 years old. At least I was. Now I'm more like, you can feel whatever you want to feel. That's up to you. I can't change that. No matter how good you try to be in your life, there will always be people that just hate you. It's just the nature of things. You got to learn to live with that. So that's that. Let's talk about social media. Social media is necessary for us independent artists. We need social media. We need to be visible. We need to expose. We need to be there and try to find our audience. If I can't find any audience for my music, then my music will just disappear. Why would I make it if there is no one to listen to it? So we all struggle with this, and we do the best we can. And 2024 has been really good for me. I finally surpassed that, exceeded that magic number 1,000 followers on YouTube. And that was huge for me. So I'm about to like pass that marker when you are like legit on YouTube. Which also means that you can finally make a little money from YouTube from the commercials. And that's just great because what I do costs a lot of money. And I've been fortunate that I just happen to have a little money so I can do this. But that is not sustainable. I need to finance what I'm doing. So finally being able to cross that threshold is just fantastic. And my number of friends on Facebook just skyrocketed. And I need to inform the youngsters here also. So I've been posting on TikTok. And I don't know about that, but it generates some interest. So I think I'm going to stick with that. And here's the second largest thing for me in 2024. After Crossfade, I felt that this was so fantastic for me to be able to do this. At the same time, I felt that, okay, this was 40 years ago I wrote this. It is not what I write today. 4 decades have passed. And this is not what my music sounds today. So I had this drive, this urge to start writing things, writing music that will really reflect who I am today and who I am as a composer today. What I have learned in the last decades. Because I don't write music like Crossfade anymore. I look at Crossfade and I feel like, okay, this is good stuff. But a lot has happened since then. And so I started writing this new album, and yes, it's another progressive rock opera. I just love that format. When you have the dialogue between a pair, a man and a woman in this case, and a story and a backstory, and things happen. It's a dynamic thing where you can like push the story forward, and I just love that. So in that respect, it's similar to Crossfade, but the music is totally different. It's much more advanced, and it challenges you harmonically on another level than Crossfade, and I love that. And I hope you will like this as well. I love it, and I have been so happy writing it. So that is really, really exciting for me. So I can't make a video about 2024 without telling you a little bit about what's going to happen in 2025 and how I think about this, because I want to make sure that 2025 is at least as busy and rewarding and fun and exciting as 2024 was. So here are some things that I want to share with you that's going on. First of all, this new album, this new progressive rock opera, I have composed the entirety of it, and it's a rock opera with 2 acts, with a backstory, which is written, and all the lyrics is written. I have recorded like demo versions of everything. I've tracked almost all the vocals, and I have some new collaborations with really skilled musicians and renowned musicians that I'm gonna climb up to the next level, which is so fantastic. I'm not going to do the name dropping, not yet. You have to hold your horses a little bit, but it's going on. It's not like it. Maybe it's happening. It's happening. We are doing it, and so recording will continue January through March, and mixing will start in May. That's the plan, and release is set tentatively for this fall. So what's happened right now is that I'm practicing drums like crazy. I play the drums pretty okay, but I need to up my game because I'm tracking all the drums myself. There's a huge challenge, and I just released a video where you see me practicing drums for this recording, and I love playing the drums. But I need to raise my game, so it's really fun. After the drums has been recorded, next up is the bass, and so on. So I'm practicing and I'm practicing. It's great fun. And I'm also working with a new graphic designer, because I have these ideas for the cover. I'm just pumped. And I think I'm going to record more in the Melancholy Melodies series as well. And I have some ideas for continuing with that other video series, which is Let's Talk. I have some guests that want to come in, but it's a question of time. I need to find the time to really do this because I want to do it well, so I create value for you guys. So 2025 hopefully is gonna be as busy and exciting as 2024, I was about to say. And there you have it. And please, if you like my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. All this supporting of me lets me keep on continuing doing this. It gets easier for me because all this is like a business. So thank you. Thank you.